Sunshines, it's Kristy and welcome back to my channel. So it's the last day of April. I've actually unboxed all the April videos. I have 2 May videos like already ready to go, but I was in a good mood today. I wasn't planning to film and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this Q&A. I asked on my Instagram and my Facebook and then on the community tab of my YouTube channel to go ahead and send me your Qs and I would A them. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I've done a few Q&As in the past, so if there's any questions I've already answered in any of those videos, I'm probably not going to answer them. I haven't read any of these questions yet, so that could be a little scary. But if you asked a question and you didn't see it get answered, I will link a couple of other Q&A videos down below and probably your question will be answered in one of those. So we're going to start on Facebook. I didn't have very many questions on Facebook. I had one from Julie Green. Hey, Julie. It says, what, if any, have Emma and Dawson chosen to study beyond high school? Also, how excited was Dawson to have the Bruins win? Bruins are in the playoffs for the Stanley Cup, so he is a very happy boy, although we were not happy Sunday night after a 4-hour game and double overtime. They lost, but it was only game 2. I don't know what they want to study. Emma's in 10th grade and Dawson's in 8th. He doesn't talk really much about anything other than hockey, although he has mentioned several times the military. He's a super patriotic kid, super patriotic. He's into politics a little bit. He follows that. And he said before that he would maybe consider joining the military, which is a little bit scary, but I totally would support that. I think if that's where God is calling him, then so be it. Emma, I'm not sure. She's always been that tough nut to crack with me. She's talked a lot about marketing. I really think that she would be good. She's got this very creative brain. She's great with makeup. She likes acting and that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if she did something in that field, but I just really don't know what she's going to do right now. Lois Neer, who has a channel, asked, have you ever been to Michigan? I have not. And then, okay, Becky said, I love Q&As. I'm so glad. So Facebook people, that's all you sent me. Let's see. Let's go over to my YouTube community tab and see what you guys said. Oh yeah, there's 31 questions on here. Which subscription box is your favorite of all the ones you get? I love Pop Sugar. I love Rocks Box, but I have to say that Adult Dot Box that just hit my channel this month, I'm sort of in love with it. I just really hate that time of the month, and again, you can opt out of the period supplies with that box, but I just love a box that sort of treats you special during that time. So that's my new favorite right now. Doing Life with Miranda said, have you ever thought of doing a behind the scenes tour of your filming space or beauty space? Have you considered showing a home tour? So I've answered the home tour question before. I actually just answered that recently, but it was not in a Q&A video, so I'll answer it. Probably not ever a home tour. I feel like people even comment about my room sometimes, mostly positive, but sometimes people just say things and I don't even think they mean to be rude, but sometimes I look at that part of my room and I'm like, it just kind of has a negative connotation after that, and I don't want that to be in my house. I want to feel like when I'm walking through my house, it's my safe and comforting zone, if that makes sense. So probably wouldn't do a house tour. You see bits and pieces of it in cooking videos, maybe in pool videos this summer, or in Instagram stories, that kind of thing, but I probably would never do a full house tour. I would consider doing a filming or beauty space. I don't really have a beauty space. I do have a vanity and then just a desk that I film at. So if that's something that you wanted to see, I definitely would consider doing that. Let me know below. Paula A says, do you put expectations on yourself when it comes to putting up YouTube videos? Yes. I really, probably over the past month, have really been hard on myself. I've kind of had to be in my own face. When you do YouTube, you are your own advocate. If you don't advocate for yourself or promote yourself, nobody else is. Now, I've definitely had shout outs from other channels, which I definitely appreciate, but you know what I'm saying? And I also think sometimes if I give myself an inch, I will take a mile, meaning that if I want to be lazy for a day, it's really easy to fall into that. I have to have a work ethic to put videos up every day, and I want to grow. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't want to be famous. It doesn't come from a place of wanting to be famous. I want to earn more money for my family. I want to be able to travel more. I would love to do travel videos. I would love to be able to do more things for my kids. And so that's sort of where that internal drive comes from. To be honest with you, when I hit 5,000 subscribers, I haven't talked about this very much, but I wasn't expecting it. 5,000 seemed like so big to me, and when I finally hit it, I thought I was going to be so excited, and it freaked me out. Now I'm over it. 5,000 is like nothing. I'm not even considered a micro influencer, but for some reason it freaked me out. I was like, my teeth aren't white enough, I'm not skinny enough, I was so hard on myself. I felt like it was a little bit of imposter syndrome came in, like, here's this 40-something-year-old housewife doing videos. Are they gonna find me out? I don't know what there is to find out, but I just mean, like, sometimes I put people I watch on a pedestal, and they're just people. And so I've really kind of had to change my perspective a little bit. And I've been really looking at my analytics. I want to grow, and in order to do that, I have got to change up my content, and I have to change the way I do some things on my channel, which scare me. And so I'm kind of battling right now the fear of trying new things, but I have to do them if I want to continue to grow. So it'll be interesting to watch me this month and see if I overcome that fear or not. But yeah, I do have a drive. I try to put up 5 videos a week, which is a lot, but again, I'm just motivated to earn a paycheck. And I'm very grateful that I get the paycheck that I do, that I'm able to stay home with my kids, and be home, and do something that I really love. Her second part says, if so, how do you deal with the balance? I just have a schedule that I kind of keep. In the morning, I do like my housewife volunteer stuff. And then in the afternoons, about 1:30, I start filming until about 3:30 or 3:45 when my daughter comes home from school. She's very much leave me alone because she's an introvert. So being in high school all day is a lot for her. And so when she comes home, she just wants some downtime. So sometimes I'll make her a snack. And then she just goes in her room and wants some downtime. And so then I have about 40 minutes before I have to pick up my son. So I edit and do thumbnails and upload videos and do all the back office stuff. And then I start the second part of my mom life. So it's just all about having a routine. It says the balance of pleasing your audience and taking care of yourself. I don't really feel like I try and please you guys. I do the boxes that I want to do. If I don't feel like a box is a good fit for my channel, I won't do it. But I feel like the boxes that I like are boxes that you are gonna like. Not every box that I like, you're gonna like. But I feel like I answer all the comments. I spent 4.5 hours the other day working on comments, and that if I'm not filming during that 1:30 to 3:30 time, a lot of times that's what I'm doing, is answering comments. But I don't worry about pleasing you guys so much as protecting myself and trying to continue to grow. I don't know, that seemed long and rambly. Anyway, let's see, hope that answered your question. Cheryl Skaggs said, what is your favorite childhood memory? I do have a memory that just popped up. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's kind of funny. So I grew up in Orlando, and we went to SeaWorld. They have a big ski show at SeaWorld. I think they still have it. Anyway, they had a Batman ski show, and I was picked out of the audience. I was a little kid, like 6 or 7 years old, to go in the boat with Batman on the lake. Nowadays, they would never let a kid do this with all the like rules and laws and stuff. But there's a picture, I haven't seen it in years though, of my dad like handing me over to Batman to put in the boat. I don't have any memory of the show. I just remember being in the boat with Batman and thinking that's really, really cool. If you had a free shopping spree to any store, which one would you choose and why? Right now, I want some things that are higher priced. I have not been shopping since December, really. I have kind of been in hermit mode for the past 5 months, but there are some things that I really would like. So I'd probably pick Nordstrom because they have some great makeup. They have some great designer things that I would like. I'm not usually drawn to that kind of stuff, but I would say at this point, Nordstrom would be my my go-to. Let's see. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go first? That's a hard one too. I would probably go to Prague. I've heard that city is beautiful. My husband's been there. My husband's done a lot of traveling before we got married. He traveled a lot for work all over the world, and he just says how beautiful Prague was. So maybe Prague. What are your plans for the summer? I don't really have many plans. Emma wants to take a summer school class, and Dawson's got a couple of hockey camps that he's going to, which he's really excited about. So we don't really have any like major plans. I'm sure we'll do stuff, but we're kind of a fly by the seat of our pants family. What is your dream job, not including YouTube? My dream job, okay, you can say not including YouTube, but my dream job would be like a travel vlogger. Some kind of would have to do with something about travel, seeing the world. How much do you spend a month on boxes? That varies, but I only spend about 20% of what I make on boxes. I get a lot of boxes given to me, donated to me, given to me for review. I don't pay probably for as many boxes as you may think I do. So probably on a given month, I spend $75. If you add in a couple of quarterly boxes, the months that are that the quarter falls on, like January, April, those months where you get quarterly boxes, I probably spend more like $125 or so, but I don't spend as much as you think, and it's only about 20% of what I make. And I'm very grateful. I've worked my butt off for the past 2 years, posting 5 days a week for the past probably year and a half in order to be at a place where I do have companies reach out to me. So I am grateful about that. I also get boxes with credits like FabFitFun. If you guys use my link, you guys get $10 off. I think they send me a credit for something. So a lot of times I can pay for that box. It doesn't have to come out of my budget. So that's helpful too. Let's see. I haven't seen all your videos, but which is the most expensive? Probably the most expensive box that I get is Pop Sugar. I really was looking at another box, but I didn't like anything in it. So right now that's the most expensive, and I think it's $75 a quarter. What is your lighting setup and goals for the future of your channel? So I have a ring light. I will link all this below. I have a ring light, and I have 2 umbrella lights. I actually tried to do a new setup that you guys have not seen yet. It was a total disaster. I was actually hoping, I wasn't planning to do this video for another week or so because I was going to try it again specifically for this video, but it just didn't work out. So that is my lighting right now. Nothing that I have is very expensive, and I bought the ring light first, and then I bought the umbrella lights, and yeah, that's my setup. Pretty easy. Let's see. Oh, what are my goals for the future of my channel? I just really want to grow. I just really want to grow. I want to challenge myself more. I don't think I'm doing that right now. And again, I want to grow. I'm not sad for saying that. To be honest with you, where I am right now is where I really wanted to be at Christmas. So 5 months later, I'm a little bit, I don't know. I feel like there's just some things that I need to do on my channel in order to grow a little faster. I do feel like, and maybe you guys will disagree, but I feel like I don't have these little cute kids to put in videos. I'm a little bit older. I think it's just gonna be harder for me to grow as quickly or as high as that I would like to. I don't know. But yeah, I would love to do like travel videos. I think that would be really fun. I'm always curious, paper or plastic? Although I guess I should know, I should also include reusable, new to Georgia Sunshine. I guess it depends on what it is, paper or plastic? Probably paper. Let's see. If you decided to quit vlogging, what would you use as a creative outlet? I don't know, that's a good question. I don't have an answer for that right now. I don't know. I really don't. Probably I would work for some kind of charity organization. What is your love language and what is your husband's? My husband and I have the exact same love language, although I think mine has changed a little bit, so I need to take that quiz again. If you guys don't know what she's talking about, there are 5 love languages, and my daughter is the opposite of me, so I really struggle with that. My daughter's is physical touch, and I am not a physical touch girl. My husband's and myself, our love language are acts of service. We both really are that way. I feel like mine might have shifted a little more to gifts. But my husband, like he doesn't have any problem with like unloading the dishwasher or cleaning out my car, or he takes my car to go get gas. Like anything that he can do that's in service to me is his love language, or I could do in service to him is his love language. Let's see. I'm a Sunshine Squad from the beginning. Hey, Amy, I'm so glad. Do you or did you any crafts like card making, scrapbook, or planning? I do planning. I just don't do those videos. I actually bought a special tripod that would help me with that. So if you guys want to see planning videos, I will try and work on that. Erin Condren has a new planner coming out that I want to get, so maybe starting in June I could do something like that. I do scrapbook. I love scrapbooking. Card making, not so much, although I did see a subscription box the other day that was a specific card making subscription box. I don't know how you guys would feel about that, but I was kind of drawn to it. I thought it would be kind of fun to do. I don't know, tell me what you would think about that box. I don't think it was very expensive, but it sends you all the supplies you could make cards with. And I do have a Cricut and a silhouette machine, so I do like vinyl, and I do glass etching. I can use glass etching and stuff like that. Let's see. How do you organize all your makeup samples that you receive? Do you gift any of them out? Yes. So I have a system of 5 bins. They're just 5 shoe boxes that I got from Target. The ones at the Dollar Tree I would not suggest. They're not very pliable and they just break. So I have 5 shoe boxes. 1 holds hair products, 1 holds makeup, 1 holds face, which is like face wash, face cream, 1 holds nail stuff, and 1 is body, like body wash, body butter, that kind of stuff. And then I have 2 drawers in my vanity that I use, and they hold full-sized face products and full-size body products. And so I go through like once a month or once every 2 months, and I look at the bin that's the most full. Right now it was the body bin, and so I'm about to do an empties video, and you're gonna see like I trucked through a ton of body wash. And then typically how I work through products is like I just finished a full-size body wash and I just finished a full-size body scrub. So I went into my bins and I pulled, this is gonna sound excessive, but I pulled 4 mini size body washes and 4 mini size body scrubs and put them in my shower. My shower has 3 built-in shelves, and so once I've worked through those and put them in my empties, then I will pull a full size out. So that's how I kind of work through things. I do give things to my daughter. She had a friend spend the night the other day. I gave her friend a couple of palettes. I've been doing these Sunshine Squad gifts, so I went through and I packaged up about 15 little containers with 2 or 3 products in them each, and I'm sending those out as happy mail to people that I pick when they say Sunshine Squad in the comments. So I do that. I've taken a big box of fun stuff to my Sunday school class, and they like devoured whatever was in the box, scarves or anything I wasn't going to use. So, but we use up a lot of what we have. Let's see. When you say comment below, I cannot find where to comment to enter the Kendra Scott contest. Could you explain where this is? Okay, so I don't know. You're going to have to, if I'm answering this incorrectly, let me know. But I would think that you're probably watching on your phone. So you have to go scroll all the way down as far as you can scroll. And there are the comments, okay? That's your comments. Otherwise, you should be able to, if you're on a regular computer or an iPad, you should be able to see the comments. But if you're on your phone, scroll all the way to the bottom and the comments are down there. What is your skincare routine and favorite products? I don't really have a skincare routine because I just use what I get in subscription boxes. So it's different all the time. Right now, I just finished up the last of my Sunday Riley Now I can't think of what it was, but I really, really like it. Good Genes. Is it Good Genes? And I'm using a Clinique moisturizer, and I'm using also a Sunday Riley serum, and then a Pacifica face wash, and then a Cure face scrub. So I just use whatever's in subscription boxes. And then I mask 2 or 3 times a week. I like your channel and videos. Thank you. Oh, that was from Cindy Y. And then Red Lady 513 said you're very real and reliable. Relatable. Thank you. Do your friends and family know about your YouTube channel, and do they watch, or do you prefer to be private? Yeah, everybody. I think most everybody in my family now knows that I do YouTube. I don't know that anybody watches my channel. I think my mom occasionally will, but I still don't think she fully understands how to get on YouTube. So I'm not sure that she watches consistently. I just went, it was kind of sad. This kind of made me sad the other day. We went out on a girls' night out and not one person asked me about my YouTube channel. So I know that they don't really watch. I don't think they get it. I don't think, a lot of people just don't get YouTube. And that, it hurt my feelings that they didn't ask about that, but they're not my friends because they asked me about that. You know what I mean? So I sort of had to get over it. But yeah, I think everybody, except for in my son's hockey world, they don't know about it. He's just had comments on the ice before, oh, is your mom gonna do a YouTube video about this? And so he doesn't really talk to his friends about it. He has in the past and got a little bit of ribbing. I've said this before, I've asked, do you want me to not, I will stop YouTube? And they're like, both of my kids are like, no, never. And so a lot of his friends don't know, but he's told me that once I hit 10,000, so guys, we have to get me to 10,000. Then I'm legitimized, and then I don't have to hide it from the hockey world. Let's see. How did you get started with YouTube? And do you have a setup with a special camera, lighting, space, etc.? It would be fun to hear about all that. Okay, that's the second question I've had about that. So again, comment below if you want to see that, and I'm happy to do a video. I actually do want to do a video. When I did my How I Was Feeling video in January or February, a bunch of you said you wanted to start YouTube channels. So this month I'm going to do a how to start a YouTube video channel, and it's not going to be like, be consistent. I'm going to try and give you some like real steps that you can take to make that happen. What are your favorite TV shows, books, etc.? Right now I am binge watching still Grey's Anatomy, but I'm also binge watching Victoria on Amazon, which is it's also on PBS. And I'm falling in love with that one, and Call the Midwife is back on PBS, and I'm so happy because I love that show. I really don't feel like I have a ton of time to read. I just did a book video this month, and I'm going to do some book reviews, but typically I just like easy breezy books, just kind of beachy type reads. What does your family think of your YouTube? They're supportive. Nobody has any problems with it. Like my parents are fine with it. My cousin is very supportive. Again, I don't think anybody, my husband or my kids, I don't think anybody really watches my channel. That's fine. But yeah, they're very supportive. My husband's very supportive. He actually, I mean, when there's a video coming up that you're going to see how supportive he really is. Have you always lived in Georgia? No, I grew up in Orlando. What does your husband think of you doing YouTube? He's pretty okay with it. And I have to say, my husband works from home. And where I film here in my bedroom is right in front of a big doorway. My desk doesn't block the doorway that goes into his office. He has a really pretty office off of our bedroom. And when I film, he does not work from his office. I'll say, I gotta film today. He'll go to the library, he'll go to Starbucks to work. If he comes home and I'm filming, he'll hang out downstairs and just watch a TV show. And so that's really great. I do appreciate that with him. So he's very supportive. He actually likes that because I get credits from clothing boxes, or I receive a lot of boxes. And I'm starting to make money from some boxes. He really loves that. I mean, why anything that comes out of the family budget is really nice. And now nothing of my channel comes out of the family budget. So where some stuff before I did my channel, I would get clothing boxes and stuff would come out of the family budget. Now they don't. So he loves that part. What type of volunteer work do you do? I do a ton of work. I work in the summer with kids who get free lunches at school during the summer, and then all of a sudden that goes away, and so we go into inner city not inner city, but poor neighborhoods. A lot of the neighborhoods are with illegal aliens, and so they put their kids in the house and say, do not leave, because they're so afraid to leave. And so we go in, and I don't know for sure who was an illegal alien or not, but we've had people come from immigration before, and the kids won't come out for like weeks. And so we try and feed them and play with them. I do some of that during the summer. I work with special needs children. I used to, and our church does an after school program for high schoolers. I wish that I could do that, but it's really hard with my kids right now, where we help with an after school program, but I can't do that right now. But that's a few of the things that I do. I help my church do a huge convention in the spring. Are you a crafter or artsy? If so, what do you create? Again, I do like silhouette or cameo type things. I like to do glass etching, that kind of stuff, scrapbooking. I wanted to say I love you. And what was your first job? Oh, hi, Jennifer. I'm not saying everybody's name. Please forgive me. My first job was Burger King. I did this sounds like I'm very spoiled. My parents were divorced when I was 11. And when I turned 16, my dad got a car. Got me a car. It was a used Honda Prelude. I love that car. It was navy blue, and I really needed it because my dad didn't live super close to us, and I got my brother to school, and yeah, it was very helpful. But I had to pay for everything: my gas, my car insurance, any kind of upkeep, and so I had to get a job. And it was Burger King. And I don't mind it. I've told my kids that they have to either do fast food or retail at some point in their lives, because you will learn how crappy other people will treat you, and you will also learn how to treat other people based on that. And so, yeah, that was my first job. What are some of the fashion trends you followed back in your school days that make you laugh? I don't know. I just think 80s clothes are funny. They're just funny. I never felt comfortable in them. I never was in the big balloon pants, or, I mean, shoulder pads I think are kind of funny. I think, remember when we did the socks, like on one foot you do like a yellow sock with a white, and then on the other one you do yellow with white on the bottom, and you'd mix match your socks. I thought that was funny. What is your favorite piece of jewelry? You guys, it's so funny that that question is asked, because I can't find it right now. One of my favorite pieces is this 3-dimensional floral necklace, and I had a different shirt on today, and I wanted to wear that necklace with it, and I can't find it. So I'm kind of in a panic mode. I just got it from Francesca's, and it's like several years old, but I couldn't find it today. What is your favorite most used 31 product? Large utility tote, without a doubt. I have like 50 large utility totes. For those of you that don't know, I used to sell 31 gifts. I love 31 gifts. I was a director. I sold it for 6 years. I still really like it. I just don't have time to use it, but I love large utility totes. If you could do anything you wanted, money would be no issue, what would you do? I would pull my kids out of school, hire a tutor, and we would travel the world. That's what I would do. Do you have a bucket list? If so, what are some of the things on it? Well, this is funny. My Sunday school teacher is my pastor's wife, and she always asks us a question at the beginning, just like an icebreaker question at the beginning of Sunday school. And so she was saying the other day, I can't remember the question, but it was like, are you more adventurous or not? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much like up for anything type of girl, except I wouldn't do skydiving. And I said, I really want to go swim with sharks. And she's like, me too! Like where you go in the shark cage. And so I think we're gonna do it. We don't have any plans yet, but she's like, I really want to do it. And I'm like, I really want to do it too. So that's something on my bucket list, but also traveling. Another thing on my bucket list, I lead the Operation Christmas Child shoebox program at my church, and I would love to go on a mission trip with Operation Christmas Child. I think that would be amazing. You do for fun when you're not making awesome videos? I love to go to the movies. The movies is one of my absolute favorite things to do, and I also love to go to dinner. Anytime that I don't have to cook, I love to go to dinner. Gosh, this video's 30 minutes almost, you guys. I hope you can stick with me. There's only a couple more questions. Kel Conway said, I have a few. If I'm not mistaken, you mentioned watching Sister Wives. I do watch that show. If you were a fundamentalist Mormon in the Brown family, which of the Sister Wives would you connect with and why? I think Christine. Christine seems to be the one that like stayed at home and took care of the family. She will get in like a moving truck and drive it herself. I just really like Christine. So probably Christine. If you could have one area of you always be perfect and only have to take care of the other two, which would you choose? Body, you never have to work out. Face, you never have to put on makeup. Or hair. Let's see. One thing that could always be perfect, it'd be my body. I don't mind to put on makeup and I don't mind to do my hair, but I do not like to exercise. Speaking of which, you guys, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video. I'm putting myself through a challenge, and I told my husband this the other day, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "What are you thinking? Are you crazy?" He says this a lot to me, but I'm doing a 100-mile walk challenge for the month of May, which on paper sounds pretty easy. It's 3 miles a day that you will walk, but there's going to be days that it rains, days that you don't feel good. You're not going to walk every day I'm not going to want to walk every day for 30 days. So it's going to be harder than that. I'm doing it for a couple of reasons. I have the stamina of a cinnamon roll right now, number one. Number two, I want to sort of jumpstart my weight loss again. I'm at about 9 pounds, which is a little bit less than halfway. And so I think that will help me sort of get out and go. And so, yeah, if anybody wants to join me, I'm starting tomorrow with that. What's my favorite color jelly bean? White. I like the white ones. All right. Judy said, favorite hockey team. I saw your Instagram with the Bruins and wondered if they were your team or just who you were rooting for in the playoffs. For just family harmony, aka my son, I think we all root for the Bruins. He's such a Bruins fan. Years ago, I was an Avalanche fan because I love Ray Bourque, who actually was a Bruins fan, was a Bruins for a million years, and then they traded him to the Avalanche because he was retiring so he could win the Stanley Cup, which I love, but I also loved the New Jersey Devils. Okay, so that was all the questions from my YouTube community channel. I don't think there was many on Instagram, so I'm going to do them really quick. What are the names of your friendly FedEx, UPS, and USPS workers? I have no idea. They usually just leave it on my front desk or my front porch and run, so I don't really know who they are. Are you a DIY kind of girl, or do you always hire out to do things like painting, remodeling, and such? Hire. Sunshine Squad, do you have any trips planned? No, we don't. If you had to choose only one box company to dress from for the rest of your life, which would it be? That's a good question. Probably Transcend. I haven't done that box on my channel in forever, so I think maybe that one may come back this month, but probably Transcend. That's a good question. Kristy, if other than Jesus, what biblical figure would you choose to meet for lunch and why? Oh man, that's a good question. Wow, okay, let me think this through. Adam, because he got to see the Garden of Eden. Joshua got to go to the Promised Land first. That's pretty cool. Elijah called fire down from heaven in front of the Baal worshipers. I mean, that would be a pretty good thing to talk about. Samuel, Paul, Thomas. I mean, I think it would be worth getting griped out a little bit just to touch the scars of our risen Lord. John, maybe John, because he wrote Revelation, and that one I have a lot of questions about. I don't know, that's a really hard question. I would go with John. What is your favorite morning tea? I love tea from this company called the Tea Spot. They're out of Colorado, and I love the coconut cabana tea. I'm actually out of it. I just drank the last of it this month. I do not like the taste of coconut, but this tea is delicious. I love it. Where have you traveled outside of the US, and where would you like to travel? I've traveled to Paris, and then a lot in Belgium. We've gone to Brussels and Bruges, which is one of my favorite cities, and Ghent. Do you get recognized when you're out and about? I do not. I've never had that happen before, but if you ever see me, you guys would be surprised if you see me, because I probably look like a craziness when I go out. Usually I'm like, let me go out and come right back in. Or I just dropped my kid off at school and I'm running into Target praying that nobody recognizes me. Something only you would like to learn to do. I go back and forth about wanting to learn to knit. I actually signed up for a knitting class, but I haven't gone yet. I would like to know what you do with all the unused items from all your beauty boxes. Again, we use everything we get. Y'all don't see me do hauls on my channel because we don't buy body wash. We don't buy a lot of extra stuff. Everything we get, we use. We eat it, we body wash it, we lotion it. Again, sometimes I'll put it in giveaways. There isn't a lot of excess, to be honest. There's just not. I don't buy other things, like the money that I spend on subscription boxes we use. If you could learn to speak a new language overnight, what would it be? Sign language. Okay, so that was all the questions. I do have one for somebody else. I've said this in another video. Rhonda Weber, I need you to email me your address because I have your prize and I don't, either I've deleted it or you never sent me your email or your address to send your prize. So Rhonda Weber, if you are hearing me, please send me your address to my email, which is in the description box of all my videos. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I like Q&As. I sort of think they're fun. This is probably the longest video I've ever done at 35 minutes, so I hope you've stayed with me and enjoyed this video. Again, comment below other videos that you want to see, and we'll see if we get me out of my comfort zone. I don't know. May's going to be an interesting month. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kristy. Please consider hitting that subscription button. I think it's on this side of the screen. There's a little box that you can hit that says Sunshine Squad, and it's yellow, and that will subscribe you. And I will see you next time for a future video. Bye-bye.